Women from the Ogoni ethnic nationality in Rivers State have vowed to protest nude if the federal government goes ahead with the move to resume oil extraction in Ogoni land, with confirmed dead, while 20 others remain missing after two speedboats collided along the waterways in Warri South local government area of Delta State. Eyewitness said the tragic accident involved boats ferrying passengers returning from a burial ceremony and attributed the fatal crash to poor visibility, adding that most of the passengers were not wearing life jackets at the time of the incident. The spokesperson for the Delta State Police Command, SP Bright Edafi, on Wednesday confirmed the accident, stressing that 6 survivors with injuries had been rescued and were receiving treatment at an undisclosed hospital in Warri. Meanwhile, rescue efforts are ongoing as emergency responders and local volunteers continue searching for the missing victims. Governorship Election Petition Tribunal for Edo in Abuja reserved judgment in the petition filed by the Action Alliance against the outcome of the September 21, 2024 governorship election in the state. Justice Wilfred Pucci-led 3-member tribunal said a date for the judgment would be communicated to the parties and councils, and at the resumed hearing of the petition, councils adopted their written addresses. Counsel to the petitioner, Mr. Adewale Adebayo, prayed the court to uphold all the arguments and submissions made on behalf of his client and grant his prayers, while counsels to APC, Mr. Anthony Umeri, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Mr. D.K. Udena, and Governor Monday Okpebolo, Ms. Linda Chuba Ikpeazu, all prayed the court to dismiss the petition. They asked the court to dismiss the petition on grounds that it was an abuse of court process, just as it was lacking in merit, adding that petitions are jointly filed by parties and their candidates. But in this case, the national chairman of the party, Mr. Adekunle Omoaje, filed a solo petition on behalf of AA, and his petition was premised on the fact that INEC failed to recognize the candidate of the party nominated for the governorship election in Edo. He also said that INEC failed to recognize him as the national chairman of the party, despite the fact that he secured judgment to the effect, adding that his petition was as a result of the exclusion of his candidate, and urged the tribunal to recognize him as the national chairman of AA. Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebolo has condemned the recent attacks in the state, which has claimed 24 lives. The first clash, which reportedly claimed 22 lives, occurred between cocoa farmers and alleged produced thieves in the agrarian community of Belemotin in Ovia Southwest local government area. Imo State House of Assembly has pardoned and recalled 4 of its suspended members. The pardoned and recalled Chidebube Ogbunipa Okigwe, Dominic Ezerioha, Oru West, and Sam Otuibe, Ahiazu Mbise State Constituency. The recall from suspension followed the positive consideration of the report of the House Committee on Ethics and Privileges, headed by Kanayo Oyemechi, representing Owerri West State Constituency. This is coming after the Owerri State Constituency and seconded by Clinton Amadi, representing Owerri Municipal State Constituency. Lawmakers who spoke commended the House leadership and the Committee on Ethics and Privileges for refusing to be high-handed on the subject matter, but rather chose to apply leniency. 4 traders at Ogbo Ogo Bridge Head Market in Onitsha, Anambra State, have dragged the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, Standards Organization of Nigeria, the NAC, and the Anambra State Commandant of Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps to a federal high court sitting in Awka over unlawful interference in their fundamental human rights. The 4 traders applicants are Peter Okala, Alhaji Yunusa Tanko, Professor Samuel Anidike, and Sisi Emeron, who are also members of the United Nigeria Group. They have, through their counsel, Chibukwe Nwabweze, prayed the court for some reliefs against the defendants, insisting that not all the traders in the market are dealing in counterfeit drugs as claimed by the agency. The relief sought in an order of the court restraining the respondents, their agents, officers, operatives, and workers from further breaking into the applicants' shops at Ogbogu Bridge search. They also prayed to the court for 50 million naira against the respondents as exemplary damages and another 50 million as general damages against the respondents as a result of the actions of the respondents. Before heading to the court, the group had called a press conference over the NAFTAC. Operatives of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Anambra State Command, have arrested 2 suspected members of a tricycle snatching syndicate notorious for dispossessing operators and passengers of their belongings. The state NSCDC commandant, Olatunde Maku, confirmed the arrest of the command's headquarters in Oka on Wednesday, stating that the suspects were apprehended on Tuesday after allegedly snatching a tricycle at Araba Umu Zocher. Oka Maku said upon completion. While commending his men for their swift action, Maku reiterated the NSCDC's commitment to combating crime and ensuring the safety of lives and property across the state. Federal High Court sitting in Abakaliki, the Ebonyi State capital, has affirmed the expulsion of the People's Democratic Party National Vice Chairman, Southeast Chief Ali Odefa. This followed the granting of the relief sought by the applicants between Habat Onyedikachi, Anoke Egbe, Njoku Nwagu, Moses Idika, Obonaya Idika, Obina Chuku, Chief John Igboke, Mrs. Ijoma, Okori C. Okori, and 9 others as applicants versus Chief Ali Odefa, defendant, PDP and Independent National Electoral Commission. The plaintiffs had sought release, including an order restraining Ali Odefa from parading himself as a member of PDP or enjoying the rights and privileges accorded to party members, and also sought an order preventing Odefa from holding they were not opposed to the judgment. Oyo State government has demolished illegal structures erected on government acquired and at the Zeng of Kolapo Ishais Akin Fumilayo, Section 3, Subsection 1 of the Oyo State Real Property Protection Law 2017, which prescribes a jail term of up to 15 years for anyone found guilty of land grabbing or related, adding that the government had issued revocation notices to the occupants of the Podo area along Top 1 Garden, followed by a newspaper publication in a national daily on 25 September 2012. He said despite the measures, some occupants challenged the acquisition in court but lost the case, as the judgment was delivered in favor of the state government and assured that the government was open to compensating landowners with valid certificates of occupancy. He declared zero tolerance for land grabbing and is committed to ensuring that the state's assets are used for the benefit of all citizens. Political interference and misconduct, warning that failure to attack could lead to mass protest aimed at restoring integrity to the judiciary. Their demand followed a resolution by the Benue State House of Assembly last week recommending the Chief Judge's removal after a petition from Governor Hyacinth Aliyah citing alleged infractions deemed incompatible with his judicial office, and also called on the Attorney General of the Federation to intervene in the ongoing judicial crisis in Benue State, stressing the urgency of upholding due process and ensuring accountability within the judiciary. The House relied on Section 292, subsection 3 of the 1999 Constitution, as amended, which states that the Chief Judge of the state can be removed from office if it is backed by a 2/3 majority of the State House of Assembly, while the National Judicial Council is the body styled. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has destroyed 25 tons of illicit drugs in Kogi State. The chairman of NDLEA Wednesday during the public destructions of assorted illicit drugs, represented by the Director of Operations and General Investigation from the NDLEA headquarters, Ahmed Suleiman Ningi. He said the 25,000 kilograms of illicit substances is capable of further heightening insecurity in the country and Kogi State in particular, if allowed to circulate. In his address, Kogi State Governor Ahmed Osman Ododo, who was represented by the State Security Advisor, Commodore Jerry Omodara, said his administration is against the use of illicit drugs in the state. Capital Territory, Abuja. The elections are set to take place on February 21, 2026, starting at 8:30 a.m. at all polling units within the FCT. A statement released on Wednesday out to cast their ballots. The Commission also confirmed that the bimodal voter accreditation system would be employed for the exercise, adding that voters must